A simple woman forced to sing to mock her, but her powerful voice left everyone speechless. The sun dipped behind the hills of Elmwood, casting long shadows across the quaint little town. Among the modest shops and cobbled streets stood the Golden Crest, a posh, high-end restaurant known more for its elite clientele than for its overpriced cuisine. On most evenings, laughter and clinking wine glasses filled the air as the town's wealthiest families dined under chandeliers, being entertained by live performers. That evening was no different, except for one unexpected guest. Amelia Hughes walked slowly into the restaurant, her simple cotton dress and worn shoes starkly contrasting the silk gowns and tailored suits around her. Her hair was loosely tied in a bun, her face clean but plain, no makeup, no jewelry. She looked like she had stepped out of a farmhouse, which she had in fact. A humble woman in her mid-30s, Amelia worked as a cleaner at a local community center. She had come to the Golden Crest not to dine, but to drop off a misplaced scarf belonging to her employer's daughter. The maitre d' looked her up and down with a mix of amusement and disgust. "Can I help you?" he asked with a smirk, as if she were lost. "I'm just here to deliver something." "I'll be gone in a moment," she said softly, holding out a neatly folded pink scarf. Just then, a group of wealthy young adults at a nearby table turned their heads. Among them was Veronica Hale, the mayor's daughter, spoiled and cruel, always on the lookout for entertainment at someone else's expense. "Oh my God!" Veronica laughed loudly. "She looks like she wandered in from a barn. Did someone order a cleaning lady to entertain us tonight?" Her friends burst into laughter. Amelia flushed but said nothing. She placed the scarf on the table next to Veronica's mother and turned to leave. But Veronica wasn't done. "Wait," she said dramatically, raising her wine glass. "You can't just leave. We're always looking for fresh talent. Can you sing?" Amelia stopped. Her fingers curled slightly, but she remained calm. "No, thank you," she replied. "Ah, come on. Just one song." Veronica taunted. "What's the matter? Scared to sing in front of a real audience?" Her tone made it clear. This wasn't a request, it was mockery. The restaurant had gone quiet. Eyes turned toward Amelia, some pitying, others curious. "I really should go," Amelia said quietly. "Scared?" Veronica exclaimed. "She's scared everyone. Come on, give her a round of applause for at least showing up in rags." The laughter was cruel, echoing across the polished walls. And then something shifted. Amelia took a deep breath and turned around. "Fine," she said softly, but with surprising clarity. "One song." Veronica raised her eyebrows. "Oh, this is going to be fun." The house pianist, sensing an opportunity for drama, motioned Amelia toward the small stage. "Any particular song?" he asked hesitantly. Amelia leaned toward him and whispered a name. His eyes widened, but he nodded. She stepped up to the microphone. The light hit her face, soft and warm, and for a moment, the mocking crowd saw something different, a quiet strength in her eyes. The pianist began the melody, Nessun Dorma. A few people gasped. An opera aria? Surely this simple woman wouldn't be able to pull it off. Then she opened her mouth. From the very first note, silence fell like snow. Her voice, deep, rich, filled with emotion, soared across the restaurant, wrapping around every listener like a velvet ribbon. Each phrase was flawless, every note infused with a haunting beauty that made spines tingle and eyes water. The laughter died. Jaws dropped. Forks hung midair. Veronica sat frozen, her smirk vanishing as she stared at Amelia, completely stunned. By the time Amelia reached the powerful crescendo, "Vincero! I will win!" the entire restaurant erupted into a standing ovation. People clapped, cheered, some even cried. Waiters peeked in from the kitchen. The manager ran out, asking for her name. Amelia simply bowed once, tears in her eyes. Not from nerves, but from release. She hadn't sung in years. Not since her husband passed away, and she had to work multiple jobs to care for her daughter. Music had been her first love, but life had silenced her, until tonight. As she stepped down from the stage, people reached out to shake her hand, compliment her, thank her. Veronica, red-faced and speechless, shrank back in her chair, her embarrassment complete. The maitre d', now fully respectful, asked, "Ms. Hughes, would you consider performing here regularly? I'll speak to the owner personally." Amelia smiled gently. "Thank you, but I didn't come here for fame." She walked past Veronica and paused. "Sometimes, it's the ones you laugh at who hold the most power. Be careful who you mock. Not every soul is meant to be small." With that, she left the Golden Crest, stepping back into the night, still simple, still humble, but no longer invisible. That performance would be talked about for weeks, and a video, secretly recorded by a stunned patron, would go viral by morning. 1 month later, Amelia stood on a stage again, this time in front of thousands. A famous producer had seen the viral clip and reached out. Offers poured in. Interviews. Recordings. She refused most of them, but she did accept one invitation: to sing at a benefit concert raising funds for single mothers. She wore the same simple smile, but her dress was now elegant, gifted to her by a local designer who'd been touched by her story. Before she began, she took the mic and said, "I am not a star. I'm just a woman who lived in silence for too long. But that night, your laughter gave me strength. Thank you for mocking me, because it reminded me of what I'd forgotten, my voice." And when she sang, she didn't just hit notes. She told her story, and it echoed in every heart that heard it.